Peace, everyone, and welcome back to the Drawing Journal. So I am still working on the drawing for what I've been working on for the past 2 weeks now, and it's coming along really well. So this is what it looks like right now, and the only thing that I really have left to do is to finish the skin, which is the whole purpose of this drawing in the first place. Just to continue practicing on my skin tones. So basically I'll just be doing a few layers of this peach color. I might go back with this cream yellow and maybe some white to blend it. But yeah, I will probably be done with this drawing today. I always enjoy working on this because one, I think it's a great image. And I really like the colors. The lighting in this photo is, you don't really see how it is now, but it's a really white, yellow, peach-ish color on this side, and it just has really nice contrast in it. It's one of my favorite photos. But yes, so if you did see the video that came out Saturday, you'll know that I did finally figure out a way to start documenting my process for illustrating. And it was a little bit, the video was a little bit kind of just totally unscripted. I just literally turned on my camera and started recording and yapping. But I think that it came out well, and I think I hit a few important points and definitely some tips that are useful if you yourself are thinking about illustrating, or you don't even have to apply to illustrating. I mean, just general tips for planning and strategy and working on pieces. I've been extremely productive since last week, and I'm happy with the progress that I've made. I have 8 completed illustrations, 8 out of 18, so I have 10 more. I have 5 pages of the book illustrated, and I have page 6 sitting next to me right here, actually. I guess since it's not really done, I suppose I can give you a glimpse. But yeah, so this is the just the pencil version of it. I have to fix some details and then go back and do the inking. But yeah, it's pretty much done. Maybe another 2 hours on that just to get everything perfect. I'm hoping that I can get to page 7 today, but I don't know. I've kind of hit a wall right now. I'm glad to break up the monotony of illustrating and just kind of work on something that, I'm not doing for any other reason than to just practice and have fun. So yeah, it's nice to step away. Usually I don't recommend working on multiple projects at a time, because I think that you're prone to feel overwhelmed and end up never finishing any of the projects. But in this case, this is a little bit different because this isn't really a piece that I'm working on. It's strictly for practice, and I don't have any pressure to do these sketches or anything like that, do them well, or finish them in a timely manner, because I just record them for this video series, and yeah, I don't have any pressure to finish them. Though I don't like to spend months and months on them, so that you don't get bored watching these videos, and I don't run out of things to talk about the picture. But anyways, I think you get the idea. So yesterday I went out and took a break from illustrating, and I watched the new Star Wars movie. I wasn't even planning on watching it for a while because I was kind of concerned about how many people would be out, but I caught the early showing, 12:30. I watched it in 3D with one of my roommates, and it was really good. Don't worry, you don't have to pause the video. I'm not gonna spoil or anything. It was definitely a good movie. I would say that it didn't let me down at all, and it was funny too. I was surprised at how well they did the comedy in the movie, which was a relief. I mean, especially in comparison to the prequels. Oh gosh, those things were atrocious. Um, it the tone of the movie overall was very, very similar to the original films, 4, 5, and 6, and I was super satisfied with it. I was really glad the way that they did it. The use of practical effects was just phenomenal. Honestly, there was barely CG in the movie. I felt like everything was done practically. The explosions and uh, the aircraft seemed like actual set pieces that people were climbing on, not CG junk that we got in the prequels. So it was really good. It wasn't a perfect movie. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but it definitely satisfied. It definitely satisfied any good fans of the Star Wars universe. But yeah, it was a nice break to go out, watch that movie, and then came back home and started illustrating again. Finished page 5 yesterday when I got back, and started on page 6. I was actually I kind of went through and looked at the pages to see which ones would be harder and easier, and I thought page 6 was actually going to be harder than it was, but surprisingly, it came together really quickly. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm running on empty right now, so I don't have a lot of the energy to finish it up. Just sit here and finish it up. It's nice to just put it off to the side and do something else for a bit. I do have I do have a video coming out this Thursday. I don't know how many people are going to be on YouTube because of the holidays, but yeah, new video that I've been waiting. I've had this video uploaded for like a month now, so yeah, I kept putting videos in front of it because I wanted certain videos to come out sooner. But I think it's going to be a cool video. I'm excited about it, and you'll know why when it comes out, because it's part of a video series that I haven't done a lot in yet, or haven't done a lot in recently. And it's been about 6 months since the last one, so yeah, hopefully everybody enjoys it. It was fun to do. I mean, I still remember what I did in the video, and it was fun. Gosh, this is taking forever. This is the hardest part about the skin tones for me personally, is that some of the parts that are really light, I'm actually like really hesitant to to push hard with the pencil and to really lay down any other color, and that's really like the biggest problem I have. I think eventually I get the skin tones and things that I want to see in the picture, but I do it in such light layers that it kind of takes a long time. I think I'm going to switch to a little bit of yellow here and just get some yellow tints in there. But yeah, it's always a challenge for me, and it's part of the reason I like it. Other than that, I don't really have much to discuss. Oh, I did finally get my all of my grades for my recent quarter that I just finished for school, and I successfully completed one more quarter of my bachelor's. And the next quarter starts early January, and I will be done after that quarter. Well, done with my bachelor's anyway. Um, so I was really excited when I got the news. There was some concern, I guess. I was a bit anxious about not passing this quarter. It was pretty difficult, but fortunately, I did, and I have one more quarter left to finish my bachelor's, and I should be finding out in the next couple days if I got into my master's program. And of course, if I do, I will be sure to mention that in next week's video. Now I'm going to go through with white, see what I did. Yeah. It broke once, but I taped it, and yeah, it works okay. But it's kind of sharp, like, so you can't really hold it because it hurts, but yeah. I have this one pencil holder here. I don't know, I got it for like $1 or something like that, which even $1 seems expensive. Can't buy anything for $1 anymore, but yeah, it doesn't work really well. It doesn't hold the pencil very tight. I just picked it up from the art store. I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab that and see how it works. And it doesn't work. I was looking at those pencil extender thingies online, and geez, there's not very many different brands, and the ones that seem to be good or well known, in like name brand, they're so expensive, like $6 for a pencil extender. I was like, what the heck is this? It's just a little piece of wood and metal, like $6. That seems ridiculous. I mean, that's more than just buying a new pencil. But whatever. That cheap one works well enough to not care about getting one that's like super expensive or whatever. I think adding this white is really what's going to make the dimension of this come out really nicely. There's a lot of white here, and it's really, really bright, but no highlights in reality are truly white. I mean, looking at the picture, I can see the parts that the really bright parts, and they're still slightly pink. And I think working on this paper is really going to give me the advantage of getting the correct skin tones. Because even if you do put a lot of white on this toned paper, it doesn't become pure white, and it always has kind of like that perfect peach tint to it. So yeah, I actually thought about if I ever work up the courage to do a colored portrait, that I would probably do it on toned paper, for this particular reason. I think white would be a bad choice to make, because and yeah, I think it would be better to do it on toned paper, because after doing these past skin tones, especially the hands here, I mean, and the legs, I mean, this hand here is just done with white and brown, and because of the toned paper, it kind of gives it a flesh color. I could almost add a little bit of peach and oranges to this hand and make it look more realistic simply by adding some tints of color to it. But yeah, so yeah, if you look at the white here, I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but it's still tinted a little bit, this tan color, and I think that adds a lot to the flesh tone in the pictures with the colored pencils. So I think I might, but first I gotta work up the courage to do a colored portrait. I just feel like if I start it, I'm gonna never finish it or mess it up halfway through or something like that. Or it's just gonna take forever and I'm gonna get bored and quit. Because the colored stuff does take it still takes me a really long time. I would still consider myself like a student of colored pencils. I mean, I really haven't been using them for that long in comparison to many other artists that are really, really good at them. Perhaps I'll upgrade my colored pencils, get some polychromos soon or something like that. Perhaps after I finish um, my illustration commission, finish that and buy some better colored pencils that don't break every time I sharpen them. Yeah, it's starting to pop out a little bit, I think. It's just taking forever. But I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short just a little bit um, and just go ahead and close it out here and try to finish this perhaps and then get back to illustrating. So this Thursday I'll have a new video and Saturday I will have part 2 of the illustration process series that I started. And what I'll be discussing in that video is a little bit more in detail of how I approach each individual illustration and kind of like the strategy that I use for composition and everything like that. It's going to include a lot of digital stuff, just so you know, because I use Photoshop extensively in planning my work because I like the ability of just undoing a mistake, or if I draw something, I'm like, okay, it's drawn well, but it's just a bit too big. Then I can just resize it and move it around as I please, and it's very beneficial. And I'll go into all that stuff in more detail when I actually make the video. So definitely check that out on Saturday. And other than that, I hope everybody has a great holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate. And I will see you all next week. Take care. Peace.